Gene interactions. We'll be talking about post-Mendelian concept in this part. See, we have talked about dominance, in which what we found that the F1, the expression in the F1 could be called as dominant, and that which would not express itself in the F1 was called as recessive. But here we are getting a condition in which what we find, suppose we take red flower here and then white flower, and when you cross these two flowers you get what you call pink flowers. You get all pink flowers, all are pink. So here is a classic condition in which you don't find the red color being expressed and neither white flower being expressed. So there is no dominance in this. So here you find an intermediate character between these two, which is pink. Okay. So such a phenomenon was not explained by Mendel, and this is what we call as incomplete dominance, semi-dominance, partial dominance, or mosaic dominance. The example which I have given over is Mirabilis jalapa, 4 o'clock plant. In Assamese we call it as Godhuli Gopal, and Antirrhinum majus, or snapdragon or dog flower. Now here let us see again a F1 cross. So here we are taking the F1 capital R, small r, and we are crossing it. Then these are the gametes which we find. Yes, capital R and small r, capital R and small r, and this is what we find: capital R, yes, capital R, smaller, and smaller, smaller. So here what you find that capital R, this will be red, and this two would be pink, and here white. So here 1 is to 2 is to 1. So Mendel's monohybrid, when we talk about Mendel's monohybrid ratio, isn't it? Monohybrid ratio, what you find, Mendel's monohybrid ratio phenotype is 3 is to 1. But in incomplete dominance, what you find that the phenotypic ratio is 1 is to 2 is to 1. And genotypic ratio here in case of Mendel it is 1 is to 2 is to 1, and of course here also you find it 1 is to 2 is to 1, but the phenotypic ratio is not matching. So this is not matching with the Mendel's phenotypic ratio. Next is codominance. Here it is a case in which both the alleles are expressing itself. In Mendel, what we found that if there was capital T and small t, you got the expression tall. That means capital T was tall and small t is a dwarf. But what is being expressed by this? Tall has been expressed. So out of the two alleles, one is expressed. That is what Mendel said, and that was called as dominance. But here in this case, suppose say blood group AB. When we say blood group AB, here the genes or alleles are IA and IB. So IA is expressing itself as A and IB is expressing itself as B. So both are expressing itself. This phenomenon is what we call as codominance. So here each allele of the locus is expressing itself, a phenomenon called as codominance. Multiple alleles. Okay, when we say multiple alleles, so in case of Mendel said that, according to Mendel, what he said that a character can have maximum how many alleles? Two alleles. Yes, this is what Mendel's concept is, two alleles. Correct. But now here again we are getting a concept. Suppose say we say a character. So a character, we consider a character, say blood group. In human beings, blood group. Okay, now when we consider this character blood group, if we talk about the alleles, what are the alleles which we have? Alleles which we have could be IA, IB and small I. So how many alleles are there? Three alleles are there, three. But Mendel said that a character should have only two alleles. So here you are getting a case where three alleles are present. But one thing you have to remember it in your mind is that when we talk about multiple alleles, we are not considering an individual. We are not considering an individual. We are considering a population. We are considering a population, because suppose a person, suppose a Ram, he has blood group. Suppose he could have IA, IB. That means only two alleles are present. And say Shyam, say he is having IA small I. Now this is an allele, this is allele, this is allele. So three alleles are there, but these three alleles are not in the same individual. They are in a population. See, Ram and Shyam taken together, then only we can represent the three alleles. So that you have to keep it in mind. So a single character can have more than one allele, more than two alleles. That is what we call as multiple alleles, and this was not explained by Mendel. So this we can talk about or call it as post-Mendelian concept. Next, another concept is lethal alleles. Lethal alleles means there are certain alleles which, when present, causes an organism's death. Okay. So here let us see a case in which, say, capital B, B, Y. Okay. These are parents of these are mice, huh? And this one. Okay. So these are all having black. No, this is black. Say black. Here this is also black. Okay. Now, when gametes will be there, capital B and small capital BY, capital BY, and when you cross it again, you will get something of this nature: capital B, two capital B, B small Y, and then B small y, B small y. Okay. Now here this is dominant, so it is black, correct? And here also capital B will be expressed, so this will be not expressed. BY will not be expressed, and here also you will get black. But then in this case, B small y, both the recessive genes are there. Here a character of yellow fur should be there. This should be there. Okay. But this expression we will not find. We will not find this one. Okay. Because this will die in the zygote. That means die as the embryo itself. Die as the embryo. Okay. So here there will be no birth. So no birth means this expression will not be there. So if this expression is not there, then what will be the ratio like? Then we will get only one capital B, one black, one capital B is to, we will get two capital B small y. This is what we will get. Okay. So this ratio, when we talk about the phenotypic ratio, so here phenotypic ratio will be, all will be black, three black. And when we talk about the genotypic ratio, it would be 1:2, correct? And the same thing in case of Mendel, you all know that what was the phenotypic ratio? Phenotypic ratio was 3:1. And what was the genotypic ratio? 1:2:1. So these are not matching, isn't it? So this is also a post-Mendelian concept. So here the presence of certain alleles causes that organism's death, and that is what we call as lethal alleles. And lethal alleles will change the genetic